But that does now mean we've got another facility. Now, where are our bases? We've got a base here, a base here. We're going to convert this one, change it to engineering. Oh, now you can see there's a slight faded area just over here. Potentially, if we keep focusing on this area over here, we might start to open up a potential base. That's good because we really need to get off this continent. Because if we can start getting into Europe, we can start expanding a lot more quickly. We do have this base over here, which would be quite handy. Because then what we'll probably do is leave a base over here, have a base there. Might even leave that one as a base. Or change this one to a base. Push yeah, I might change that one to a base. But anyway, first we need to let the chopper... Yes, we've got additional weapons. We'll come back to that in just a second. Yes, carry on. That's the one I was waiting. Just let everybody get back. Now, that's the one I'm after. Finally. Heavy armor. Been waiting this for a while. It doesn't start appearing until later stages of the game. Let me just get this sun armor off. Comparison. Now the sun armor, 60, 45, 30. You can see it kind of peaks up here, drops and goes up here. It doesn't have as good plasma warp and exception as say what the aliens have, which we kind of need. But just general, soft, universal and hard, some of the basic base defenses and even fire damage, it gives you an incredible amount of defense. This is going to be quite useful for very strong characters. It makes you incredibly slow, mind you. Malcolm can probably get away with wearing it. He's probably one of the few. I didn't realise Jean-Luc was that fast. But if we do now need to start needing extra heavy armor, well, until we get some of the better sun armor, then we've got access to it. Just see if we got any new type of weapons. We picked up another high velocity sniper rifle, which is good. We've got some more grenade launchers, single shot rocket launchers. We've got loads of rockets, which we're just not really using at the moment because all of these are just so darn effective. I mean, the grenade launcher, I'm just finding it's just an incredibly effective weapon. You get a lot of ammo. It's got a good enough range for what we need, and it's relatively fast firing. So we've got little reason to actually use anything else. Now what we are going to do is we're going to take care of the alien base. I'm going to send out our best group. And then, we've got some people finished. No more training. But this has bumped up their skills quite considerably now. So they're level 9. So they're actually one of our higher level characters, Alexander. And as you can see, good with 1 excellent. Probably could do with a speed increase. And what we can do is we can give him another med kit. So I think, is there a better gun than that? 73. No, that's the gun that I've just been using. 73, but distance isn't quite as good. 73, distance isn't quite as good. Right, let's just double check our marksman, because we might be swapping over the marksmans at some point. 71, see that those are better anyway. That's a shotgun, not as good range, No, you see this is, oh no, actually no, it's better range. 45, but it's only 60 damage. And you see that's not as good range. No, it's overall this is one of the most effective just standard bullet weapons. That's why I always end up using it, just nearly to exclusion of everything else. I mean, that's one of the things about this game. It does give you quite a few weapons to choose from. Oh, we just completed that research, so we got now the psionic equipment we can now properly use. Not ready for development. You see, we've got to get reptilians, plasma shotguns, plasma rifles. We need plasma equipment. Oh, now, actually, we could do with making the enhanced light armor at some point. Yeah, psionic helmets, sky armor, suit of bio armor. Yeah, and for some of these other bits, we can't actually make them yet. So, energy cells. You know what? Get some energy cells out the way. It's only 6 hours. Just means that we've got some. It's a fairly quick project, and we can go back onto the armour. Now what we got? We're tooling up for a manufacturing base over there. And this is going to be good because we're going to be able to have some more manufacturing after this. We kind of need to go quite heavily on it. Now, again, we're going to split up our group. Just kind of minimise our immediate risk because, oh look, there's a load of aliens. Everybody who can fire will fire on these. Orange, red. And now everybody who can shoot on this group, they're going to shoot. And that's one lot dealt with. We just want Jean-Luc. We're going to move him out just over here. No, that seems... Oh. Right, we're going to select everybody and we're going to see who can hit this reptilian. It's just kind of at the long range for everybody, but we know there's a reptilian just over there. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to start advancing up. Now, hopefully, Malcolm should be one of the first people there. And now everybody can now take a shot. And we basically dealt with it before it had a chance to do anything. Yeah. Now we just advance. That's it for on the outside. I mean, you can have like 3 to 5 aliens in the area, but the only other way is just going through all the way over there and checking methodically. And quite frankly, I do not fancy going through and checking every last little rock, make sure we got every last little alien. Because if you start doing that, it just then really honestly takes forever. Now we are going to swap everybody to rapid fire. Now, Malcolm and you two can go over here. You get a little bit more space, so we'll take you two. Now Malcolm can come over here. You can come over here. And then we'll take Joe and pop him over there, and then Betty can open up the door. Wrong side. So you can shoot there, and then you can shoot there, and then Betty will move up there and then take a shot. No. Now, just don't know if you saw that, but just over here, that door opened. So we're going to have an alien cropping up from over here shortly. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our guys up into position so we can actually deal with him. There we go. Betty, you cannot shoot him yet, so we're going to move you there. Ravina is supposed to go here, and Jean-Luc can start shooting. Can she now take a shot? She cannot take a shot yet. We don't really need... Oh! We've got... Where did this alien come from? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot at the ground just there. Yeah. Uses quite a lot of ammo, but causes a lot of damage. Now we need to kill at least 6. And what we're going to do is we're also going to swap Betty over. Move Betty just over here. Jean-Luc can come up over here. Aha! Now this group has finally got something to do.
That would be a waste of bullets, sir.
Kill that bastard. Ready?
And Jean-Luc can now start guarding here. Ravina can move up to over here. Then Betty is going to come over to here
Plan completed.
and start guarding this area. Each of them should do okay by themselves.
Good to go.
Right, we'll start exploring some of this territory. Now, I suspect our more dangerous area is going to be over here.
Good to go.
He says that and then discovers that the alien's over here. Of course. It's of course going to be nowhere where I said it's going to be dangerous.
Yes,
So
sir.
Malcolm is
Let's
going to
get there.
bring him up this way. Now, he can get through there fairly quickly. Wow, that was not what I meant to do.
I'm here.
Ready. Standing by.
So again, where you're thankful for good armour.
Kill that bastard.
Is that it? Yep, we're just going to end this. Yeah, we get loads of experience, nearly 2,700 experience points. We got plasma guns. We got some new stuff, new equipment starting to roll in. So, speed, it takes you up to excellent. I think that's a good idea. More speed is never bad. It proves very, very valuable. Also, that takes you to high speed as well, so we're going to stick with that. We've got a new mission. Right, carry on, and then we're going to go to squad. We just got back to base. Now, is anybody who can do training yet? No. So Alexander is just going to join our team. I'm going to double check to see the weights. I might be able to carry a secondary. No, you're not quite strong enough. Can you carry a secondary? Yep, you should be able to carry a secondary, and you do have a secondary. I'm going to double check armor. We'll pick up another heavy suit. See, we got all the standard grenades, got all the same heavy weapons. Nothing really interesting. Now let's go return and check out research and design. Now we go researching the energy cells, psionic crushers, so we can develop those, but what we really need is the plasma. We need energy cells, so we're going to make sure we get the energy cells researched. Yeah, before we can produce them, we have to have a power source, so we've got to make at least one energy cell. So we're just going to carry on that. Now, what is this over here? Live specimen. In the arse end of nowhere, of course. We don't really need a mission over there, but what we are going to do is we're going to take this mission. We just need to capture somebody alive, so we got everybody who we need. Yes, we should intercept. Squad. Training, no. But what we are going to do is we're going to have a quick look. We do not need this base. We're going to train you to an engineering. So we've got another engineering facility. See, we keep a nice ring of bases all around us. Now we know the biomass is approaching, but I haven't seen yet where it's coming from. Sometimes it just like crops straight out of the sea. It's a bit hard to tell. Anybody else? No, again, we've got no one else we can really start training with. So we're going to have to start sending some of these people out on missions so we can start getting them up some levels. I mean, if I was more careful, I could pick out very specific... Oh, they've healed. I could pick out very specific upgrades to make sure everybody can do at least some training, but you know what? I don't think it's actually that vital. Now... the plasma stuff has now finally come up. Now what we could do is see 2 days. We're going to actually carry on with the sun armor. Making sure our people are alive is a little bit more important, though. Light armor, light helmet. No, we'll get the enhanced light helmet out, because then that will start unlocking some of the others, just so we can make sure we got everything seen. You see, we're still waiting on the report for the Dreamland archives. So we've got the summary of the Dreamland files, but we don't have the Dreamland archives. See, there's no mission over there. There's no mission elsewhere. We just kind of have to wait until we can get to it.